Sure.
Okay, fine. So good morning, everyone. So this is today we have our second class. So fine. Now, a few of you were asking about that platform where I can practice SQL. So again, I'm repeating. I used to practice on this platform, Oracle Live SQL. Okay, and sometime I will show you on this Microsoft SQL Server as well. But I prefer Oracle Live SQL. Apart from this, you have many other platform as well. SQL Lite, SQL Fiddle, and yeah. So my voice is audible to everyone, and my screen is visible.
Yes, Tanvir.
Yes,
Yes, it's
yes.
visible.
Perfect. So these are the things. So you can practice on any ID. Again, I have told yesterday as well, but I'm getting many questions on that. So I'm repeating, you can practice on any ID. I'm not telling that what I will teach, it will work on this ID only. No, you can work on any ID. Whether you want to work on Oracle, you want to work on Teradata, Netezza, or Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, nothing. It's exactly same as if you know the driving skill, you can drive in Tata car, Hyundai, Honda, whatever it is. Okay. So please don't get confused with all those things. Little bit, very few, 1% variation will be there that we can discuss. Okay. Now the question is the assignments we are giving where we have to practice. You can practice again on any platform, but I will suggest to practice on this one. But again, there's no restriction. No, you can practice on any platform. Now, if you're going to practice on this, so just I have shared the link as well yesterday. You have to click on that link, then this page will open. Then you have to click on start coding now. And once you will click on this, the first time users, you have to create your own account. So from here, you can see the create account option. It will ask you details. Okay, and don't think that those details are very confidential. All these things you can share whatever you want. But the most important thing is your username and password. So first your account is set up, then you can log in using your username and password. Hope this is clear, and I think this is very simple steps. So I have logged into this. So fine. Anyone, if you face challenge logging into this, you can please connect with me. And I hope this is clear now. Now the second thing is okay. Before proceeding, any question before we'll discuss about the assignment. But before that, any question on the topics what we have discussed yesterday about create table, inserting data, anything which you want to repeat, anything in general. Any question, guys?
Just one question.
Mm-hmm.
So in SQL, the SQL engine considers single quotes and double quotes differently.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
like-
no. You use single quote everywhere. Use single quote. That's not a problem.
I
Okay.
mean, I used double quotes initially, but it was showing error.
Showing error which platform?
This one only, Oracle Live
Then
SQL.
then use single quote. That's not a problem because this is the little bit difference will happen because every time they will change their RT. Like those who have worked on like you see the new versions will come 11.8, 12.0. They will do this minor changes. So, but that's not a big thing. That will not change the logic. Okay. So that's not a problem. You can use it.
Semicolon is not.
It's not mandatory here.
Okay.
It's not mandatory, but I have a habit. I always keep semicolon, but it's not mandatory. Okay, you can just select the query whatever you want to execute and run the run command. Click on the run command. That's all. The query will be executed. Okay, perfect. Any other question?
Hi Tanvir, good morning.
Good morning.
Nafisa here. Just to have one question. So there were a lot of questions were given to create a table with a variety of the scenarios. So just got a doubt. I don't know. I mean, if I misunderstood or something. When it is asked for a create a table, so it is like asking for a new table creation, or it is to be selected from so and so.
It's a new table creation, but I will discuss all the assignments now. Just give me 2 to 3 minutes. I will discuss all those questions.
Sure.
Okay, fine, perfect. So I think we should start now. Okay, perfect. One more thing I was thought of telling, but it slipped from my mind. Okay, not an issue. So this is the assignment. Okay, let's start with that. First of all, and that's great. Most of you have done the assignment. You have shared. That's really good. Yeah. But whenever you are sharing the assignment, some formats I will tell you. Okay, first of all, don't save this in .sql .sql format. Okay, please save this in .txt format, and then save and then send it to me. And whenever you are sharing your solution, so like question number 1, write your solution. Okay, and below that, just write the solution of whatever you have done, and save this file with your name, because when I'm downloading all the files, so it is getting jumbled up. So who has sent which solution, all these things. So these are the few hygiene activities which you have to follow, guys. Okay, I think this is simple. Perfect. And one more thing which I was very much surprised, the solutions which I was going through, and I think I again feedback to most of you. Okay, I'm very much surprised. Those who at the beginning, those who are told that okay, I'm a fresher, I don't have any idea. Okay, so they have done most of the questions correctly, and those who were experienced folks, they have done more mistakes. I'm not sure why this has happened, but really I was surprised with that. But anyway, perfect. Overall, the response was good. So now let's proceed. So today I will discuss each and every assignment, but down the line, if I'm giving 10 questions, 15 questions, so in that I will ask that in what questions you have any queries, because it's not necessary that all the questions will be having queries. Okay, so the first question is write a SQL query. Okay, so this is the first question. Write a SQL query to create an employee table with employee ID, first name and last name as columns, with employee ID as mandatory column. Okay, so you know the syntax is create table. Okay, you have to write the table name employee. Please listen very carefully. These are the basic concepts, but very important concepts. Okay, don't only think from interview perspective. Even if you're working in a project and this is silly points or the basic points, if you're adding value in your project, no, you will get some good recognition in your project. That's what I'm telling you from my experience so far. Okay, so please concentrate here. If you think anything is not clear, please stop me then and there and ask the questions whatever is there in your mind. Don't think that okay, this question is silly, what others will think and all those things. No, ask whatever you want. There's no foundation and limitation on that. Okay, so create table employee. Fine. Now I have a question here. Suppose this was the ask from a business analyst. He has told me that okay, you have to create a table with the name employee. But here the E is in uppercase, but I have written E in lowercase. Will that make any sense? Any problem? Is it one and the same?
No.
And why?
Yes, I think it is case sensitive.
Okay.
No, I don't think.
No, I don't think so. It is case
It's a-
sensitive. It is going
Okay.
to come in capitals only.
Okay, perfect. See, we have discussed yesterday that reserved keywords and the user defined keywords. Reserved keywords are those keywords which have a special meaning in the SQL world, like create. This is a reserved keyword. As the name indicates, reserved means it is having some special meaning in the SQL world, in the SQL engine. Okay. And then this table name, this is user defined name. You have all the freedom to keep any name except the reserved keyword. Now, reserved keywords and the user defined keywords are not case sensitive. Okay, reserved keywords and user defined keywords are not case sensitive. Your business analyst has told to keep E in uppercase, not an issue. You can keep E in lowercase as well because this is case insensitive. Any question on this? Hope this is
So
clear.
if you write E capital,
Mhm.
but the uppercase, I mean uppercase, it will only be again. It will be in lowercase only.
Capital in uppercase. This one you are telling? Huh.
Yeah,
This one you're telling?
yeah. If we give like this, still.
I'm mixing it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now we'll see what is going to happen. Fine. I'll show you this one. So then we have employee ID. I have taken number here. First name. I have taken var_2. Again, I'm repeating. Don't get confused that Tanvir, I'm using int. You are using number. Not an issue. You can use whatever you want. I don't want to mix up all these things right now. I will discuss the data type later point of time. So just concentrate whenever you want to store number integers. Please use number data type. Whenever you want to store characters, strings, please use var_2 50 or 60, whatever you want. Okay, but don't Don't get confused in the silly things right now. Okay, we will discuss all those things down the line. The first name is there and the last name is there. Where 250. That's all. Okay, and then I have told employee ID as a primary key. Okay, leave that primary key mandatory column. I told no, leave that one as of now. I will cover that. Okay, now I am creating this table. Table is created. Okay, fine. Now see the structure of this table. Describe employee. So this is the structure. Now tell me this. Consider it on the case of this employee. Is it in lowercase, uppercase, or mixed case?
Uppercase.
Uppercase. So what you understood from this? I have written in this mixed case, right? Lower, upper, and all those things are mixed, but still SQL is showing me this all these things in uppercase, right? Similarly, employee ID was there in lowercase, but it is coming in uppercase. So what you understood from this? Your reserved keyword and user-defined keywords are case sensitive. In what fashion you will give? SQL engine will throw that in uppercase only, and that's not a problem. Any question on this? Hope this
No.
is clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the conclusion is don't confuse, don't bother with the case of reserved keyword and user defined keyword. Those were fresh, and if you're going to attend the interview, maybe interviewer can confuse with this concept, but don't get confused. The thumb rule is SQL is case insensitive with the reserved keyword and user designed keyword. That's what I've shown you here. I've used here in the mixed case, but still SQL is showing this in uppercase. Okay, I hope this is done. Now, there was a concept. Okay, any question on this? Hope this is clear. Okay, okay, perfect. Now, on top of this, someone has given this as an output that, okay, Tanvir, this is the solution. Ignore this one. I'm not talking about this part. Okay, we'll discuss about this. Okay, ignore this one as of now. One student has given me this solution. This is solution 1. Another student has given me solution 2. This is solution 2. Okay, and just the difference is he has changed the sequence. Now tell me, is this a problem or they both are same?
The order of
Both.
columns is changed.
So you mean both are correct queries?
Yes, correct.
No,
They
there
will run, but the requested was different.
Okay, okay, fine. So suppose let me run this query as well and see whether SQL is accepting this or not. For the timing, I'm keeping it in employee 1 because you know that already we have employee table and this will throw a message, correct? So let me run this and just I want to confirm whether the syntax is correct or not. Okay. So table is created. It means the syntax is correct. Everything is correct. But still, I'm telling that the solution 2 is incorrect. What is the reason? Any guesses? See, the reason is if your business analyst has told that I want column in this fashion, first employee ID, first name and last name, then you have to keep in this fashion only. Why? I will tell you the problem. Suppose this is the source file which you have received from the source team. Okay. And your business analyst has sent this file to you that, okay, Tanvir, please load this data in your table. Fine. And this is, suppose this is the value. Okay, hope this is clear. Now, when you will extract the data and will try to load the data in this employee table, what will happen? Your Excel will correspond this first name to this first column. Okay, this employee ID to second column, and then this last name to third column. But here the column sequence is different, and here you have mentioned the different sequence of column name. Now, do you think this is a problem or not?
Yes, it's a problem.
Okay, is that clear to everyone? No?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Now, see, here first name is varchar. Okay, and here it is data type number. So that is why you should be very specific with the column sequence. I'm telling this totally from the real project perspective. If in FRD someone has mentioned that, okay, create this table, these are the columns. So the column must be in this fashion only. I do understand that I have changed the sequence and SQL is not throwing any error message. Why? Because there is no syntax error, but there is a sequence error. Now, if someone is sending you data in this file, okay, and you have to export that, you have to say that in that table. So sequence is different. And that's why the job which will run the when you will run the job to load the data, that will fail. Those who knows all this concept of job and all these things, they can understand. But overall, just understand that the sequence matters. But SQL will not throw a message because syntax is correct. So this is the first important thing. Now, apart from this, tell you something about that this concept. I hope this is clear so far to everyone. Any question before I proceed further? Is this concept clear, guys? Why the sequence is important? Because
Yes.
the expectation is in the
Yes.
source file, it is sending you in different format and you are keeping in different format. So that's the problem. Okay. Now, if this is clear and you are clear with the case as well, don't bother about the case until unless you are working with the reserved and user defined keyword. Now, coming to this mandatory column. Actually, no, yesterday I have disturbed the sequence. I was not supposed to teach you this primary key, but someone has asked the question. That is why I jumped to this, but actually I should not teach you this. So I'm removing this and I will not teach now this primary key. Okay, I will teach this after some time. Okay. Today now we will discuss the concept of null.
In the middle, I have one question.
Yeah, please.
So, is there any particular statement which changes the column position in Oracle?
Particular statement? No. You see, once you have created this, you have created this, you have changed the partition, you cannot do anything. If you want to change, if your question is that then I want to rename a column. By mistake, I have written first name, but they should be named. Yes, you can do that.
Yeah, that will be fine. I am asking about column position.
No. You cannot do that.
Okay.
Okay, I think that is done. Any other question? Okay, I think this is fine. Now, next concept we're discussing about null and not null. What is this? Let's try to understand this. Let me create an employee table. We'll take the simple example of this and forget the concept of primary key what we have discussed yesterday. I'm trying to create a table employee. I'm giving comma like this. Okay, someone has asked that question. That's why I'm just trying to show that. Valid identifier. Something we are missing here. Oh,
What does mean by this error, Tanvir? Why we get it generally?
oh, correct. Let me show you that again. I'm dropping this table and I will try to create this again because I have to show you that error why that was coming. I have dropped this table. Okay, actually what was happened, like I have given comma here. Okay, so once you have given comma, so SQL is expecting that something will come after this. Some other keyword will come after this. Okay, so that's why when I was executing this, SQL has thrown error message. Invalid identifier. Why? Because SQL is expecting that after comma, some keyword will be there. Some more function will be there. Like suppose I will tell you, I like playing cricket and chess, and I'm not written after anything after and. You might be thinking that then we will write something here, correct? Am I correct?
Yes.
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 So similarly, when you have written comma and you have not written anything after that, so SQL engine is waiting that, oh, user will write something here. And that's what is throwing error. So that invalid identifier, because You have not written anything, and SQL is considering that here is an identifier which is blank, but blank is not a keyword in SQL world. That's why this is thrown this error message. Hope this is clear.
Yes.
So now when I will remove this comma, and I will execute, the table is created. Hope this is clear. Okay. Now I will drop this table again, and I want to show you something apart from this. Table is dropped. Now I'm doing something here. Those are not speaking, please go on mute. Again, I'm trying to create this table. Table is created. From this example, what one minute, yeah, noise is coming. Yeah, thank you, thank you. From this example, what you understood, guys? Table is created. I've given a lot of spaces, no, but still table is created. What you understood from this?
It is not space sensitive.
Perfect. So a space doesn't matter here. I think Aditi has asked, or no, Nafisa has asked, sorry, I
Yes,
forgot.
I asked.
But okay. So a space, so you can see here a space doesn't matter here. Perfect. So we have created this table employee. Now let's see the structure of that. See the structure of employee table. This is the structure. Yesterday we have discussed that whenever you want to see the structure, you can use this DSC command. This stands for describe. Okay. Now column employee ID. My question is, I have written the employee ID in lowercase. Why it is coming in uppercase here? Who will answer this? Is my question clear? I have written employee ID in lowercase, but here it is coming in uppercase. What does this mean?
User defined are not case sensitive. It is
User
going to
defined are-
reflect in
They are not
uppercase.
case sensitive. Very good. They are not case sensitive. First name column is present here. Last name column is also present here. This is fine. We have inserted 3 columns and 3 columns are visible. Perfect. Please check the data type. Is it correct? Data type is also correct. So far we have discussed yesterday. Everything is fine. Now I have told you that I will discuss about this null tomorrow. Okay. Let's discuss about this. It is blank here because I have not given any condition of null, not null, anything here. Here it is not null because I mentioned this is not null. So it is showing that, okay, this is not null. Perfect. Not null is coming here. Okay. Now let me insert some data into this. Insert into table name is employee and then values. Let me give some values. Okay. So I'm trying to insert this value 1B in this employee table. 1 row is inserted. Now I want to check the data. What is the command for that?
Select star.
Select star
Very good.
from employee.
What does the star means in SQL world?
Everything.
Everything. The star means everything, means every column, every record, whatever is present, I want everything. Okay. Select a star from employee. Okay, so data is here. Everything is fine. Perfect. Any question?
No.
No questions. Okay. Now,
Tanvir, I have one question.
Mhm.
So on top, the data type you mentioned, I mean, it is in capital letter, right?
Mhm.
So is it case sensitive or
No.
we can give, we have
No.
to? No,
No.
we still can give small letter also.
You can write like this as well. Your wish. You can write like this as well. You can write like this as well. Okay.
All right.
So data type is also not case sensitive. Very good catch. Good question you have asked. That's also not case sensitive. Even this null, not null, your wish. Whatever manner you want, you can write. Not a consent. Hope this is clear.
One question, Tanvir.
Yeah.
So these data types, not null, all these are reserved keywords.
These all are reserved keywords. Null, not null, is the reserved keywords.
Okay. So my question is, so in this query, create table query, we have only reserved and user defined, right? So which is the third type of keyword? if you are telling only these two are not case sensitive, so is there any other type of keywords? That's my question.
Yeah, I will cover that. Just give me 2 minutes, okay?
Sure,
I will
sure.
come to that. I will cover that. One thing, guys, like many of you are asking question, okay, and many times I will tell that, okay, this will come down the line, we will cover this and all these things. But please make a note of the questions what you're asking. And when I'm discussing that, if that question is left behind, please remind me that then we please cover this question. This you told them cover down the line, okay? Please remind me that.
Sure, sure.
Actually, the reason is no that the sequence will break. So I'm afraid of that only. Okay, so that's the only purpose. But still, if you think the question is not getting answered, you please connect with me. Or if you think that no, this is something important, you have to attend an interview, you can connect with me offline. We will discuss on that. Okay, perfect. Now I'm inserting this record. Okay. Oh, error message. Why I got this error message? Who will explain this?
Because we entered that it should not be null.
Okay, okay. And the error message telling cannot insert null into employee.first name. So error message is telling, SQL is telling that
Null is not a
the-
value.
no, null is a value. Null is a value. I will come to that. Okay. SQL engine is telling that I cannot insert null. Okay. In where? In employee table and the first name column. Okay, fine. SQL is telling that no, I cannot insert null in this first name column. But what is the reason why you cannot take the null here? The reason is already you have mentioned here the first name is not null. You have mentioned to SQL engine that SQL, please don't accept the null records. And that's what SQL is doing here. You have given null here as the first name. So SQL is throwing error message that I cannot insert null. Why? Because you only have told that please don't accept null. And that's why SQL has thrown this error message. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, if it is not clear, now concentrate on this third record. Concentrate on the third record which I'm trying to insert. Oh, here it got inserted. What has not thrown error message? What is the reason?
Because an employee ID we did not enter not null.
Oh, so you're telling this is employee ID and I have not mentioned not null here. That is what you're telling, right?
Yes.
Of course, correct answer. So here I am trying to insert null in the employee ID and SQL has accepted this. Why? Because I have not mentioned any condition here. But here in the second query, explicitly I have mentioned that the first name should not be null. And that's why when you are passing null, it has thrown error message. Now let me show you the data. Now you have first AB, the first record is coming and the last record null CD is coming in, but second record is missing. Why? Because SQL has not accepted this. Why? Because you have break the rule. What was the rule? You have told to SQL that please don't accept null values and now you are trying to pass null. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
One question, Tanvir.
Yeah.
Can we insert just CD, value CD without giving null?
Value CD where you want to add? Okay, let me create a new statement. Now tell me.
Yeah.
Insert into, well, let me remove all these things. Now yeah, tell me where you want to insert, what you want to insert.
So I'm not inserting any value to the employee ID. I'm just inserting first name and last name. So
you want null.
I'm not writing
null,
anything,
right?
No, I'm not writing anything. I'm not writing null.
Okay, got it. Then next one.
Then a CD or D, anything.
C, and then you want give D here. This is
Yeah.
what you're telling?
Yeah.
Okay, see, here the problem is, first column you have not mentioned anything, correct? It is like you have invited 3 guests in a party, okay, and you have only 2 chairs.
Yeah.
So that will be a problem, correct? It is exactly similar. Your employee table SQL is thinking that, okay, these are the 3 guests, but you have only 2 chairs. This is first chair and this is second chair. That is a problem, correct? So that's why it's saying missing expression. Why? Because it was expecting that one chair will be present here as well. Hope that is clear.
Okay, so we have to give null every
Yeah,
time.
either you give null, blank, or whatever, 0, but you have to give some. You have to place a chair. That doesn't matter that the guest will sit there or he will stand or whatever he will do. But you have to give a chair, right?
Okay.
Okay, but this was good question here. Perfect.
But
Hmm.
if we remove the comma, then
You want to remove the comma, right? This is the question. Okay. Again, same logic. Same logic. You are presenting 2 chairs. How many guests do you have? 1 guest, 2nd guest, 3rd guest. So there will be a problem, and this will throw error message. Not enough values. Error message is there.
if there is any, because this logic is correct, but if there is there is any way we can enter only 2 values.
Okay, okay, okay. So
Yeah,
now,
we need to mention those columns, right?
correct, correct. Now, if you want that, I want to insert data only for first name and last name, Tanvir. I don't have any employee ID as of now. So I want to add for this column only. So then you have to mention those columns explicitly. You have to mention those columns that I want to add for this columns, first name, comma, last name, or whatever columns you have. Okay, but I'm not going to cover this now. But yeah, that option is there. You can insert to the columns whatever you want. Hope I answered your question. Is that clear?
So Tanvir, that in that case, automatically employee ID will get null value.
Automatically it will get null value, because if you are mentioning here the column, suppose first name, comma, last name. Okay. So in this case, what will happen? So SQL will understand that, oh, user wants value only for this 2 data, this only for this 2 column, and he is passing data value for this 2 column. That's fine, not an issue. Okay. Last name invalid identifier. Why this is showing this error message?
Underscore. You have not given answer.
Yeah, underscore is missing. So you should write the exact name, but case doesn't matter. Say 1 row inserted. Okay, let me show you this. So you have this data, C and D in lower cases coming here. So why? Because here you have mentioned explicitly that, okay, now today only 2 guests will come here. Okay, fine. So I have 2 chairs. Correct. But here you have not mentioned. So SQL is under the impression that, okay, we have 3 guests in the list, so 3 will be coming, and you are passing only 2 chairs. Hope that is clear.
Got it.
Any question? Anyone? No questions? Okay. If no question, is the concept of this null, not null, is it clear? If you have mentioned not null, so SQL SQL will ask some value that, no, I want some value. And if you're not giving that value, SQL will throw error message. That's all. So whenever I'm telling you that, okay, this column is mandatory, so what you will do? You will add this not null at the end. Is it clear now?
Yeah, that was just one general question. So when we are filling a Google form where there is a mandatory
same thing is happening. Same
yeah,
thing is happening.
so we are sending this to SQL, then they will throw the error. Okay.
Same thing is happening. The form will show you that you're missing some value, or this data is missing. Right. Please insert. This is how it is happening.
Okay.
I'm repeating, guys. I'm not sure if you have understood this or not. Tell me, do you want me to repeat this concept of null, not null? Anyone who wants me to repeat, please feel free and tell me. Clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Hashir, is it clear to you?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So now coming to this question, and don't be in a hurry. Okay, don't be in a hurry that, okay, we have to complete in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something. No. I want good amount of patience from you guys and good amount of commitment. That's all. Just give me these 2 things. I will try to make you champion of SQL, whatever I know. That's what. Okay, so don't be in a hurry. So now coming back to this question that, okay, create an employee table. So I have created employee table. These are the columns. Employee ID is column here. First name is column. Perfect. Last name is the column. Perfect. Now the last condition we have missed. Employee ID as a mandatory column. Now what I have to do in this query to catch that condition? Employee ID is a mandatory column.
Add not null in employee number after employee number.
Employee number is not there. No column employee number is present here.
employee ID number.
Employee
After
ID.
that, we have to add not null.
Not null. Okay, this is fine. Is this clear to everyone? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I've done a mistake here. Yeah, I've written this is in lowercase. This should be in uppercase, right?
It's not case.
What do you think?
It's not case sensitive. Even if
This is not case sensitive. Your wish. Write in lowercase, uppercase, mixed case, whatever you want. You write in that pattern. Hope this is clear. If this is clear, I am moving to the next question. Final call. Any question on this? Null, not null, and all those things. And don't think that null I have covered all the things. Many other things are pending on null. Is null, how to find null, how null behave with other keywords, all those things will come. What the difference between zero, null, and blank, we will cover all those things. So just I'm telling null from mandatory perspective. So whenever I'm giving you this question, employee ID as a mandatory column, don't make it primary key immediately. Many of you have done the same thing. You don't have to make it primary key. So you have to write null or not null. Hope this is clear. Okay. Moving to the next question. Create a college table with department ID, department name, HOD name, HOD ID, and HOD name as column. I think now you can create this. This will be this. I think everyone can do this, right? Anyone who wants me to explain this one? Simple one, right? You all can do. So just be careful with the data type. If it is number, make it number. If it is string or characters, please mark it as what I can tell, varchar. Okay, one more thing I forgot to tell you. So this is the data we have inserted. We have seen that if it is null, call not null, you have to give some values and all those things. Okay. Now I'm trying to insert one more record. So into values, 1 comma G comma H. Okay. I want to insert this data 1 comma G comma H. Okay, in this employee table. Let's see. Oh, columns not allowed here. Error message. Why error message is coming? Employee ID I've given 1. First name it is telling not null, so that is fine. I've given some values, that is correct. Last name again not null, but I given some value. But why it has thrown this error message?
Needs to be in hyphen.
Single quotes.
Inverted
Quotes.
comma.
Oh, okay. Which one? 1 G or H? Which one?
G and
G,
H.
comma H.
G and H.
Because
So
they're string values.
Perfect. Whenever you're using characters or strings, those things must be in quotes. Else your SQL will throw error message. Now the record has been inserted.
Is there any particular reason why we need to give the single quotes for characters?
This is related to ASCII conversion. Okay, just to distinguish between that and the ASCII is how that is helpful when we'll discuss about order by how that order by sequence is sorts it based on the ASCII values. We will discuss all these things. So the lower case and upper case.
Suppose while giving there is an address column. So for address column, we are having the values like suppose from Mayapur, Hyderabad, Mayapur space Hyderabad. So for space also, do we have the ASCII value?
Yeah, of course. Blank, space, zero, everything. And based on that only, this is sorting. The SQL engine is doing the sorting manner. We will show you that capital A and small a, they both have different ASCII values.
Having the different values, yes. Okay.
Perfect. Now, let me take some other values. See. Here I am doing something different. I have kept this number as well in quotes. Okay, this right now we have discussed that characters and strings will be in quotes, but I have kept this number as well in quotes. So what is the expectation, guys? If I run this, what will happen?
It will show error because the data type is number and not a string value.
Accept the single quotes as well.
Okay, so you are telling this will show error, right?
Yes.
No, it won't show any error.
Okay, this will not show any error. Why this will not show any error?
Yeah, number in single quotes, we can do the number as well.
Okay, so Sivaji is telling that this will not show any error because numbers we can give in quotes. That's not a problem. Okay, let me execute this and that's the correct answer. record is inserted. Let me show you this. Fine, you have this 2xy. So what we understood, your wish. You can keep numbers in quotes, or if you don't want, don't keep it in quotes. Your wish with the numbers. You have flexibility, you have freedom. You have freedom for this. But characters and string, it is mandatory, boss. You have to keep this in quotes. Why I'm explaining this? Because many developers or testers, they have this habit of keeping numbers as well in quotes. Don't get confused that, okay, why he has kept number in quotes? This will throw error. No, this will not throw error. For numbers, we have this freedom. Any question?
One thing I need to ask, in language, actually, it is considered as a string. If we,
Right.
yeah, if we put commas, is it
Python,
is it
other
happening?
languages, that will happen. Unix shell scripting, that will happen. But here, that's not a problem. Okay, is that clear?
So it will consider it as a number only, even though if you are
Number
putting.
only. That's number only. That's number only. Any other question? No.
Okay, so it will be considered as a number only. So we can't input two in single quotes to last name.
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
It will not. I mean, so here 2x 2. Can we give? We can't give like that, right?
This one you're telling?
Quotes, yeah, it will throw error, right?
See, here the problem, the concept which I told you right now, that is different. And this is different. Okay, this is different. Here in quotes, we are giving this. Okay, I think we are discussing about 1 minute. I have to cover this now. 1 minute only, guys, 1 minute.
But here it's accepted 2, and we have given the varchar for last name.
I'm coming. But that must be in quotes. This is the benefit of varchar 2. You can insert numbers, you can insert characters, whatever you want, but that must be in quotes. But in number data type, if you're trying to insert any character, this will throw error message. We are entering into the data type concept, which I thought of not covering, but fine. Varchar 2 will accept numbers, characters, strings, everything, not a problem, but that must be in quotes. But number data type will accept only number. Let me show you an example. Here, let me add some value like Z. Okay, and this is the first column, and this is number data type. Okay, let's see what will happen here. Invalid number. Why this error message? Because this first column is your employee ID, and you have marked this as a number data type, and now you are trying to insert a string. So what we understood from this, number data type will accept only integers or numbers, but varchar 2 can accept numbers, strings, characters, everything. The only point which you have to take care is that must be in quotes. Now you can ask a question that, Tanvir, why we have the number data type? Why we cannot make varchar 2 for all the columns, right? There is a reason for that. We will discuss. I don't want to go in the data type concept, but this is the thing you have to follow. Any question on this? Is this clear or not? Do you want me to repeat? Confused?
Clear.
Clear.
I think you guys are confused. See, I'm repeating. See, one rule, first rule. Whenever you're using varchar, don't go in that detail. Okay, just keep the thing shallow. Whenever you're using varchar, you have to keep that in quotes. First rule. Okay. Second rule, varchar can accept numbers, strings, everything, but make it a habit whenever you want to add characters, strings, make that column as varchar, and those columns which you want a number, make it number. That's all. Okay. Hope this is clear now. Okay.
Yes.
Moving to the perfect. Now moving to the, this is also done. This is a simple one. Moving to the next one. Which of the following statement is are correct? The first one is telling we can create two different tables with the same name in a particular database. You all have given the correct answer. We cannot create two tables with the same name. We have discussed this yesterday. Second one, reserved keywords cannot be used to create a table, right? This is correct. You cannot use reserved keywords to create a table. A table cannot have more than 50 columns, right? So is this correct statement?
No, it is not
Yes.
correct.
No.
It is.
I told you yesterday, in a table, you can have more than 50, 60, 100 columns. Nobody is going to stop you. But there is a concept of normalization which tells that you should not keep more columns in a table. That's a best practice. But again, no one will stop you. See, best practice is different. Okay, but the stopping a Turing test is that is different. Okay. Duplicate records can't be inserted in a table. Yeah, few of you have done this. You were confused about this. Can we insert duplicate records in a table? Yes or no?
Yes.
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 You can do that. You can do that. But again, there is a mechanism which can stop you to do that. You can implement some checks. You have some constraint. Okay, and that is the primary key which I have told yesterday. But the answer is, can I insert duplicate record? Yes, you can insert. Okay, fine. Next question, create table employee. What is the output of the below query? Select sort from employee. So this will give you all the data. So this all means you all have done this. This was correct. Okay, you all have given the correct answer. So if I have written ID, comma name, comma ID, so it means this will be repeated. Let me show you this. Let me show you this one. Show this table is there or not. Oh, what is this error message? The name is already used by existing object. Why this error message is coming?
We have already inserted an employee table.
Already one table employee is there. So what I have to do now?
Drop the earlier one.
I will drop this
Drop
table
employee.
employee, and then I will create the new table. Drop table employee. And let's create this table again. Okay, table is created. You have data. Fine, all the records are there. I told you earlier, a star means everything, all the columns, all the records. Okay. Now the next one is select ID, name, comma ID from employee. Okay, let me run this one. Okay, let's see what's output of this. Oh, but in this employee table, we have only one column with the name ID, but in the output, two IDs are coming. How is it possible?
Duplication, because we have added 2 times.
Because we have mentioned ID 2 times here. Okay, so don't think that in my column ID is present only once. If you will add n number of times, it will display you n number of times. Hope this is clear now. Okay. Now, if I will give a comma, what will happen now?
It will
Any
show
guesses?
error because
Will
it
show
is
error.
expecting a value after that.
Okay, let's check it. Missing expression, same justification which I've given you earlier. Same thing for this salary, comma salary from employee. You will get 3 columns with the name salary. Okay. This one, create table, sales, customer ID, and all these things. And I'm trying to insert this record. So what will happen here?
It will throw error
It will throw error. Why?
because the data type in customer ID is number and not a string
Perfect.
value.
So this is what I was trying to explain you in the data type, which I have told you at that moment. Let me show this again. So this is the sales table. I've created the sales table. Table is created. Let's try to insert this data. Missing select keyword. Actually, what is happening? This customer ID is a number and you're passing character here. That's why this error message is coming. One more error is there in this. We'll tell. There's one more error.
Again, amount, they are saying number, but the value which we have added is string value.
Correct.
And
amount is number, but I have given here a string value. So even if I will change this customer ID to some other value, suppose 2, let me execute this again. So still error message is coming. Why? Because amount was number here and I passed here character, it's a string, right?
In the varchar also should be in the single quoted one.
Varchar 2. Okay, fine. Let me explain you that. Okay, that's correct. Hope this is clear.
Cust name. Actually, that
Oh,
is
that's
varchar.
what. I've changed here amount, but still this is throwing error message. Why? Because this is
Plain string.
I have to keep it in quotes. Okay. Select keyword where this is happening. Oh, insert into this table name as well. Cells values. Fine. Hope this is clear, guys. So you have to be careful with this, the data type what you're using and the number or the data what you're trying to insert in the columns. Which of the following statement is correct about statement throw? So this statement will throw error message. Now next one. What about this? Which of the following statement is correct? This will throw error message or not? Come on, guys.
Yes. The customer name should be in the quotes.
Perfect. I think now you all are clear with this concept. What about this?
It will show error because there are 3 columns and the values are 4.
Correct. So here we have 3 columns only: customer ID, customer name, amount, but we are giving 4 values: 1, 2, 3, and 4. But that's why this will also throw error message. So what it means, you have to give the exact number of data you have to pass what I mentioned here in the columns. Is this clear? Any question, guys?
Yes.
Okay. SQL is case sensitive with reserved and the user defined keyword.
False.
False. SQL is not case sensitive. I have told you n number of times. SQL is not case sensitive with all these things. Okay. Your introduction table, you all have done this correctly. This was fine. Now question number 10. This is very important. Scenario based question. Your business analyst of your project is telling that you have to create a table in database with the below details. Table name should be transaction, and these are the column names. But what I have done, I have created a table transaction, but I have done the spelling mistake. Okay, so if you've done the spelling mistake, it means this is incorrect. I do understand if you will learn, many of you have mentioned that, okay, Tanvir, I have executed this and this was executed. Okay, that has executed because there is no syntax error. Your SQL has accepted, but your business analyst will not accept it. Why? Because they know that the name is transaction. Suppose my name is spelling is Tanvir. Okay, like this. Okay, and in my passport, someone has written like this. Will that be an issue or not?
Yes, spelling error.
You know the importance of spelling, right? So that's why you have to be very specific with the exact name you have to use. Okay, why? There is one reason for this as well. Don't think that this is only for that sanity purpose or cosmetic purpose. No, when you are using, maybe you are using this particular table with some other table for the joining condition, so that those who know the concept of join, so they can understand. Otherwise, please ignore this. So if you're trying to join this table with some other table, so in that condition, if the spelling is not exactly same, the join condition will fail, and this is exactly same with the columns as well. Here I mentioned transaction ID. Business analyst has told that transaction ID, transaction underscore ID should be there. But what I have done here, I have missed underscore. So I do understand the SQL will accept it, but as per your project, this name is totally incorrect. Okay, so that's why you have to very much you have to be careful about the correct spelling and the sequence as well. Like head was amount, I have written AMT. And I think somewhere I've changed the sequence. Here status was the last column, but here I've kept the second last. Hope these all things are clear. Shall we proceed further? Final call. Any question on this assignment, guys?
No.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm using not this Oracle Live SQL, but in that for describing table, is there any other keyword? Because in my Oracle, it's not working. DSC.
DSC is not working. You ping me that version after this class offline.
Okay, sure.
Okay, I will tell you some other things you can use. You can use user
Okay,
table
thank
and
you.
many other things are there. Perfect.
Okay,
Or you
thank you.
or you can do one more thing. Click on that table, hover over it, right click, and then you will see the options like DSC will be there.
Okay.
That can show you. Other else, if it is not visible, you connect with me.
Okay.
Fine. So I am under the impression that you have understood the basic things what I have taught so far. You are clear with the assignment what we have discussed. Nobody is having any question, and that's why I'm proceeding further. Okay. Final call. Any question?
Tanvir, I have one question.
Yeah. Listen.
We create a table, then we define the columns also. In the columns, I mean, is that the thumb rule that we should put commas there? And when we insert the values, that time we have to give semicolon. And is there somewhere we need to stop it also?
See, semicolon word which I have given here. Okay, first of all, let me clear this semicolon concept. 1 minute only. 600. Semicolon is not there. Semicolon is not there, right? I have removed semicolon. I'm running this. Table inserted. Sorry, record inserted. Correct. But so from this we understood semicolon is not mandatory. But few of the IDs you will see. Okay, they want semicolon to be there. So as a practice, make it a habit. Keep semicolon. Okay, safer side. Keep semicolon. Okay. Now there's one more thing. When you want to run multiple statements in a single go, insert statements. So all the insert must be separated by semicolon. Otherwise, this will throw error message. Okay, or else don't get confused, guys. Make it a habit that okay, I have to keep semicolon after every query. That's all. Sorry, finish. Coming to comma, between every two columns, comma must be there. This is like an and in our simple English. You have to keep comma. If you not keep comma, it will throw error message. You can try this. Okay, offline.
Sure.
Perfect. Any other question?
Yeah, can you explain difference between blank and null?
I will explain in the coming sessions. I'll explain the difference between zero, blank, and null. Okay, not now. Okay. Now, coming to this, select a star from employee. Now, this is the data you have, and okay. And if I want only ID column, you know that instead of a star, I can write ID. If I want only name column, I can write name and salary. You know all these things. Okay. But now the requirement is user wants to see the details of employee whose name is A. Okay. User doesn't want to see all these things. I think you all, maybe when you are doing shopping on e-commerce sites such as Amazon or Flipkart. Okay. Suppose you want to purchase AC. Okay. So when you will go to the Flipkart or Amazon, a lot of options will come. I think more than 100,000 options will be there. Sometimes we will get confused. So then what you will do? You will apply filters. I think you all have experienced this, right? You will apply filters that, okay, I want 1.5 ton AC. So on the left side, when filter will be there, capacity, you will select 1.5 ton. Then all the 1.5 ton AC will be displayed. Correct, no? Then you will select that, oh, I want only from Hitachi or Blue Star. You will select, okay, Hitachi and Blue Star. Then it will show only Hitachi and Blue Star. You all are clear, you all have done this filters, correct? So
Yes.
similarly, we have a concept of filter in SQL. Right now, I'm showing you only 4 or 5 records, but in real project, you'll be having millions of records, 10 millions, 15 millions, okay? And sometimes you don't want to see all the records. You want to do your analysis on a particular selection of data. So in that case, you have to use this filter in SQL. Okay, what is that filter? Where. This where is a keyword. Where is the reserved keyword of SQL world, and this will act as a filter here. Now, if I will write where name is equal to A, I will write name is equal to A. So from this, my SQL engine will understand that, oh, user wants only the detail of name wherever it is A. Now I'm executing this. Is that fine? You can see only the details of A is present here. Is this clear filter condition? Not clear. Simple. Now suppose you are telling that no, I want the details of name A and B both. I want both the information. I want the details of employee A as well as employee B. So what you can do, you can write or name is equal to B. Now let me run this. Is it fine? Now you're having the information of both A and B. Both is coming here. Any question on this, guys? Okay. If no question, fine. Similarly, you can tell that, okay, I want to fetch the information of only those employees whose salary is 100. So what you will write here?
Salary is equal to 100.
Salary equal to 100.
Salary is equal to 100. Getting the information of that employee, salary is 100 only. Okay. Now suppose, let me add one more record in this table whose salary is 100. And suppose he's 6. So let me insert this new record again. Now see, you catch one thing. You have, I told yesterday as well, you have all the freedom to insert record at any moment. Nobody is going to stop you. So see, again, I've inserted one record. Okay. So now I'm running this, salary is equal to 100. Now you got 2 records. Why? Because now you have 2 employees who are earning salary 100. This is the first one, and this is the second. Hope this is clear.
Yes.
Okay. Now you have to tell me the query. You guys will tell me the query. Okay. I want the details of employee. Whose salary is 100 and name is A. What I have to write?
Where salary is equal
Salary
to
is
equal to 100 and employee name equal to 100 A.
Name equal to A.
A.
Okay, so now you're getting the information of that particular employee's salary is 100 and name is equal to A. Is this clear?
Yes.
Guys, please tell me. I'm able to understand it's clear or not. Any
Can you
question?
please repeat once again about this and or operators once again?
And or, yeah, sure. Let me do one thing here. Okay, let me explain this example. Then I will come to this and I will explain this again. Okay.
Sure.
Now I have this. No, before this, I think I have to explain this in Excel. Then that will be more clear. 1 minute, guys. Give me 2 minutes of time. Okay. I want to show this in Excel sheet. Then it will be more clear. So March batch. This is even fighting. This was the first query. This was the first query. This was the data. Okay, yeah, fine. Okay. First of all, concentrate on this query, and this is your table employee. Right now, I've shown you this is the data. Okay. First of all, concentrate on this query. Select a star from employee where salary is equal to 100 and name is equal to A. Okay. So you have mentioned salary is equal to 100. So break this, okay, in multiple parts. So first condition is salary is equal to 100. So stop here. In this table, how many records are there with salary 100? This is the one. Correct?
And the down.
And the last one.
F.
Yeah, this was the one. Salary is 100. Okay. First condition is done. We have selected 2 records where salary is 100. Okay. What is the next condition? And name is equal to A. Correct? Now, how many records are there with name A? Only 1 record.
1.
Okay. So this is the only record which is fulfilling both the conditions. Now look into this. salary 100 and name A. Only this record is fulfilling both the conditions. Do you have any other record where you have salary 100 and name A? Here salary is 100, but name is not A. This is F. So this will be discarded. We will not accept this. This will fail. And this is the one who has passed all the conditions. And that's why the answer is 1A 100. Is this query, is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
This is clear, then it is fine. But I think the next query will try to confuse you, but don't get confused. Let's try to understand this one. Okay, this is the table. Now this is the query. Try to understand this. First condition is salary is equal to 100. How many records are there with salary 100? This is the first record, salary 100. Let me highlight this. Okay, perfect. And this is the one record, salary is 100. Okay, let me highlight this. Okay, first condition we have selected. These all are the candidates. Next condition, name is equal to A. Okay, how many records are there with name A?
One.
So this is the record with name A. Okay, fine. This is the record with name A. Now try to understand. Please give full concentration. This query and this query, they both are almost same, except this keyword, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Please check all these things, because sometimes I will do something wrong. Okay, so you have to catch it. So I'm telling this query and this query, they both are exactly the same except this and this or. Am I correct? You can see everything is same, right?
Yes.
Now we have to understand what is the significance of AND operator and this OR operator. Okay. So if I'm going with this OR operator, what does this OR operator tells? OR operator is telling that check all the conditions. Okay, I have checked this salary 100. I have this record and this record, and name is equal to A. So I observe that okay, this record matches the condition, and but this record is also there. OR operator is known as flexible operator. OR operator is known as flexible operator. Suppose you are going for your 12th class admission. Okay. And in the college, they have mentioned that overall percentage should be 90. In physics, it should be 95. Chemistry should be something like 90, something like that. And maths, it should be 90. Okay, this is one scenario. Second college, same rule is there. Second college, again, same condition is there. But second college, so suppose, no, take this was the first college. And this is the second. I think you all know this. This happens like when we are going for 12th class admission or graduation, this will happen, right? This first college is telling that boss only admit those students who have scored 90 and whose marks in physics is 95, whose marks in chemistry is 90, whose marks in maths is 90. Who is fulfilling all these conditions, you admit only those students. Second college is telling that check any one condition. If it is getting fulfilled, you can take it. If someone has scored 90 overall, but in physics he has scored 80, will he be accepted or not? That will be accepted, right? Because one condition is getting fulfilled. So here it's telling that check if any one condition is fulfilled, you admit him, right? So OR condition is like that only. This is known as flexible operator, because it will check, it will say, it will tell you that check any condition. If it is getting fulfilled, take it. Now tell me, this condition, is he fulfilling any condition? This is fine. He has fulfilled both the conditions. So this is well and good. No issue about this. This is fine. He has fulfilled both the conditions. But what about this? He has fulfilled at least one condition.
Condition.
Yeah.
At least one condition is fulfilled. So will you accept him or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we will accept him. Why? Because we are playing with OR operator and he is flexible. He will tell that at least one condition, if some candidate is fulfilling, pick him, take him, right? So that's why here the output is both. A and F both are coming. But AND is a very strict operator. He is that very strict teacher. It happens sometimes we have very strict teacher in our class. So and is that very strict teacher. He will check that both the conditions are fulfilled, then only I will admit him. But or is your that very means flexible teacher. He will tell that okay, any one condition you fulfill, I will admit you. Is this clear and or?
Yes.
Everyone.
It's clear.
Yes, Tanvir.
Okay. If it is clear, I will give few more examples, and now let's have to tell me what will be the output. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Now, if I will execute this, I'm not going to execute this. Okay. If I will execute this, and this is the data in front of you. You have data in front of you. Tell me what will be the output of this query.
Only two entries will be there. One with the salary 600, that is E entry will come, and only the B entry will come because the name matches.
Okay, but here for B salary is not 600. No, salary is 200. So how you can tell this will be fetched?
Or function, it is flexible operator.
Oh, okay. We are playing with or operator, and you are telling this is flexible. So he will check if any one condition is fulfilled, it will give you the data. So that's why you're telling that this will be the one output and this will be the second output. Okay.
Yes.
Anyone who wants to contradict this statement, what she has told, or she is correct? You all are with her?
Yes,
Anyone who
it's
has a
correct.
different opinion?
Yes,
Correct.
correct.
Oh, okay. Let me check this. I'm not sure if this is correct or not. Let me check. So 2B 200, 2B 200. This is fine. And next is 5 is 600. 5 is perfect. So the answer is correct. Hope this is clear to everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Very good. You guys are brilliant here. I've taken good amount of time to learn this, but you have learned this very quickly. Perfect. Now, next query. I have changed same query, but I have changed from or to and operator. Okay. Now this is the operator. Now for this, tell me what will be the output?
No output.
There are no records.
No output.
No records.
Output.
Why? But you have one record. No? 600 is present here.
But the name is not matching with B.
Name is not matching with B, but yeah, one condition is getting fulfilled, right?
Still and is not accepting.
Why? Why and will not accept it?
Because there are two filters basically in this.
Then what?
Both conditions should be fulfilled, then only the outcome will come.
Perfect. So and will check both the conditions. Then it will give you that record. So that's why and is a strict operator or is your flexible operator. Hope this is clear now.
Yes.
Yes.
I think not clear. Okay. We'll see some more examples. Salary 600 and what about this? This one. Oh, I'm not showing you. I'm not showing you for this. You guys told me that no output will be there. Let me show you. I'm not executed this. No data found, right? So you all were correct. Very good. What about this?
It will show.
Give one record.
One record.
Give one record. Which record?
The E record, fifth one.
E record, because both the conditions are fulfilled. Okay. Make sure this. Oh, perfect. Correct. Yeah, that's correct. Now, if this is clear, I have one more question for you guys. Now, if I will run this, now I am playing with three conditions. Okay, I'm playing with three conditions. First of all, I've shown you only one condition. Then we discuss two conditions. Now we have three conditions. What will happen here?
No data found because the employee ID does not match with 4.
ID does not match with 4. Okay, because here ID is 5 and I have passed ID is equal to 4, and we know that AND condition checks all the conditions. If all the conditions are fulfilled, then only it will fetch data for you. Okay, let me execute this and observe the output. No data found. I hope this is clear now to everyone.
Yes.
Any question, guys? I'm repeating. So and an OR operator. Hope this is clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I think this is clear. Now, This is our employee table, and we have this data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, A, B, C, D, E, F, salary 100, 200, 300, 400, and 600. Okay, now I'm doing something on top of this. Salary. If I will execute this, what will happen? I will get all the salaries, correct? Let me show you here.
Yes.
All the salary values coming 100, 200, 300, 400, 600. Again, is 100 is coming because they have 200, two records with salary 100, right? Okay. Now I'm executing this. Just observe the output and tell me what this distinct is doing here.
The other entry of 100 has gone. There were
One
two
more entry of
100.
100 is removed here. So what I can tell, what this distinct is doing exactly? Who can explain
Only
this?
unique values will be shown.
Unique value.
Only unique values it will fetch. If there is any duplicate, it will not give you that value. Am I clear? Correct? Okay. Now you have two records with ID 1. You can say this is the one record with ID 1. This is again one record with ID 1. Okay. I want to see only the distinct IDs, unique IDs. What will be the query for that?
Select distinct
Select
ID from my employee.
ID. Select distinct ID from employee.
Select distinct IDs. So if there is a requirement to find the unique records, which keyword you will use?
Distinct.
Okay. And now you have distinct ID for employee. You are getting one is not repeated here. One is coming only once. Correct. Okay. Now. I've written select distinct ID common name. But why ID is coming twice here? One is sorry, one is coming here and again one is coming here. But I have given distinct.
Distinct value is added to the name also. So only unique names
to the
will
name
come.
also. Correct. So now if you have mentioned both the columns, so it will check the combination of it. See, 1A and 1G, they both are different records. Correct. Because now I have mentioned the distinct combination of ID and name. So when I have written distinct two columns, so you have to check the combination. I do understand the ID is duplicate, but what about the combination? 1A and 1G, they both are same or different. They both are different, right? So that's why here you're getting the output 1G as well. Is this clear? You guys are not asking questions.
Yes.
What happened?
Like it is similar to probability somewhere.
Yeah, to a certain extent, you can tell. I'm not going to teach you base theorem and all those things, okay? Fine. Select a star from right. Where name is equal to A. Oh, no data found. Why?
It's a lower case. Data is case sensitive.
Perfect. This is the answer of the question which many of you have asked. So data is case sensitive in SQL. Here this A was in uppercase, but I've written this in lowercase. That's what SQL is saying that no data found. So what we understood from this, SQL is case sensitive with data. Clear or not clear?
Clear.
Clear.
Okay. Let me insert a record with lowercase a now. Lowercase a, okay? And give me some IDs like 10. Now I'm executing this again and let's observe the output. Now you're getting this data. Why? Because now you have a record with lowercase a, and that's why it is coming here. So what we understood, SQL is case sensitive with data. Any question on this?
One question then.
Yeah, yeah, please.
So we use distinct only to check the unique values, right? When we are using where, I mean filtering condition, we don't use a distinct.
You can use your wish, and let me show you this.
Okay.
You can use that. I think this is what you're telling, that can I use where name is equal to something, whatever you want. Okay, just taking some random name or whatever you want. Although this, for this query, that doesn't make any sense, but this will not be an error message. To answer your question, you can use distinct, you can use where. Nobody's going to stop you. Okay.
Okay, so this will be used when, I mean, if we have a lot of, I mean, big database.
Yeah.
So we'll have a lot of, I mean, output will be very huge. So in that case,
suppose you are maintaining your HR database. Okay, a lot of employee information is there. Okay, their salary information is there, but you want to see how many distinct employees working in my company. So what you will do? Select distinct employee name from HR table. So that will be the distinct set of records. Okay, it will remove the duplicates. You can get a correct picture that, okay, this is the final number we have. Okay, suppose take the example of this platform. During this session, some of you will join from mobile, some of you will join from laptop, and few will be there who will join from mobile and laptop both. Sometimes it happens, no? In our meetings, we'll join from mobile, laptop both. Okay, so there will be duplicate, but if you want to see how many distinct are there, so we can use distinct in that way. So that will give you the exact number who are the unique users. Any question? Any other question?
Give an example where filter also will be used along with distinct.
Yeah, I've shown you now. You can use filter as well.
No, in real life, I mean scenario, like you were telling about HR, right? HR database. So in what case we will be using?
Okay. Got it. You want from that perspective? Okay, let me show you this. Okay, suppose this is your HR database. Okay, and this is the employee ID. This is the employee name, and this is the department. This is the salary, and this is the month. Fine. Employee ID is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, something like that. Okay, and employee name is A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C. Fine. And department is, suppose this is from tech department. This is from tech department. He is from sales department. He is from sales department. He is from research department. And this is again from research department. He is from tech. He is from tech. C is from sales. Now, and suppose this is like salary. They have some salary. Let me give some random numbers here. Cities, and this is for different month. Okay, all those months will be January, February, whatever you have. Okay, fine. Now the HR database, they want to see the distinct employee department wise, that in each and every department, how many distinct are there? Are you getting that? Each and every department, how many distinct are there? So now they want information like this: department tech, how many employees are there? Employee name. So in tech, you have A, you have B, and again, so only A and B are there in tech department, right? Because again, A and B is coming, but this is duplicate. So we will ignore this, right? And then you have sales department, and sales department, who all are working? C and D, correct? So I'll mark here C and D. Okay. And now if you'll see research department, who all are working in research department? You have E and F. Okay. So this is what the HR, they want this information, because from here they're getting confused. And I have shown you again 10 records only. So again, if you take the example of big MNCs, TCS, Infosys, Cognizant, and all these things, they have like 2.5 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh employees are working. And from that database, it's difficult for them to find that how many employees are working in each and every department, right? But they want the output like this, and they're telling you that please write a query. So what you will do? Select distinct employee name from employee table where department is equal to tech. So if you will execute this query, what will happen? You will get this output. So now you have an example where you can use where with the distinct. It will give you the only distinct employee, the tech department. I'm not bothered in sales and research. Okay. But if you want that, I want for sales, so you can replace this tag with sales. If you want, I want for research, replace tag with research. Okay, so like this, you can use where with distinct together. And this is a practical example. If you want, you can create a table, okay, and insert this data and try this one.
Got it. Got it.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Any other question, guys?
Tanvir, I have a doubt. If we are using and or, like in this query which you had and also and again and also, so if there are multiple like and or, so where will it split?
Okay. I've heard of telling you this, but I will tell you this, but this is a good scenario.
It's okay if you want to answer it later, it's fine.
No. Let's connect. Let's cover this, but I will take 10 more minutes. That's all. Okay. So please all stay. We'll try to cover this, but very good scenario. Suppose I want to make data as per that first of all. Or fine, perfect. Same query. Okay. So I think yeah. So this is the scenario I think you're telling that then what if I have multiple and or the mix of that. I think that's the crux of the story, what you're asking, right?
Yes, can you add one more and one more or something to make it a bit complex?
Okay, first of all, let me handle this one. Okay, then we will cover that part as well. So suppose this is the query. You have this query. So let's try to understand what this query is telling us. But before that, I have used or here. Okay, just to understand that what if we have mix and or and all those things. So we have one and one or. Okay, and let me execute this query and let's analyze the result. What is happening here? The result is this in front of you. Now let's try to understand again from that Excel sheet. Oh, this is the data we have. This is the query and this is the table. Okay, and this is your data. This is your expected result. Now let's try to understand why this result is coming. And of course, you can use n number of and n number of or. There are no restrictions on that. But before that, let's try to understand what is happening here. First of all, condition is salary is equal to 600. Okay. So in this table, how many records are there with salary 600? This is the one. This is the one. Correct. You highlight this. And then you have mentioned, forget about this and an or operator. Okay, just think over the conditions first of all. Name is equal to E. So this is like one. The name is equal to E. So this is overlapping. Okay, perfect. Then ID is equal to 4. ID is equal to 4. This is the one. Okay. Now, instead of or, if I would have written this query in this manner, suppose this is and, what will be the output?
No data found.
No data found.
No data found, because all these three conditions are not getting fulfilled. But for this condition, I got two outputs. Why? Because you have used or condition here. Okay, you have used or condition. Before or, all the conditions will be considered 1. And after or, all the conditions will be 1. And you know, or is a flexible operator. Whatever will be there, he will tell that, okay, give it to me. So as of now, you're getting this 2, which is fulfilling at least one condition. Correct? So that's why the output is both the records are coming here. Is this clear?
Okay, means it will split at or.
Yeah, it will take all these things. So on the same logic is same. Or will check the condition. Even if one condition is getting fulfilled, it will fetch the data. Okay. Now in this query, tell me what else you want to add. Or anyone else who want to add some more condition on this?
Again, can we add and to it?
And then what you want here?
Can we see the data? And salary equal to 400.
Salary is equal to 400. Okay.
Or
can
I see the database? Like
after all, you have to get. Let's consider it on this one. Okay.
Okay. It will show 2 entries.
Excuse me. See, let me explain this one. This is the query. Next query. Again, take this data. Start from this. I think you guys can analyze on your own and you can tell me what is happening here. Same thing, same concept. Salary is equal to 600, only one record. Okay. And then what you have mentioned, name is equal to E. Okay, only this record. Or ID is equal to 4, this record. After that, salary is equal to 400, this record. So what's the output? You got two output there, 4 and 5. But you might be thinking that Tanvir, I mentioned and here. So all the conditions must be fulfilled. Correct? No? But how this will happen? You have mentioned or here as well. So to the right of or, you have this condition, and to the left of or, you have this condition. Okay. Now, instead of this, do one thing. Instead of salary is equal to 400, make salary is equal to 500. And now let's see the difference.
Only one data will be one.
Only one record. Why? Because after or you have this two condition and this is with and. So do you have any record match fulfilling these two conditions? ID 4 and salary 500. Do you have ID 4 salary 500? It's not there. ID 4 salary is 400. So this condition is not getting fulfilled. But to the left of or you have a condition which is getting fulfilled. That is 600 and E. That's why you got 600 and E. Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
Others, everyone?
Yes, clear.
Okay, but I will suggest never use and an or operator like this. Just we have asked the question, so I thought of telling you this. But in real life project, never use like this. Always play with brackets when you have multiple and an or operator. Play with brackets. If you think this is one entire condition, keep this in separate bracket. So it will be easy for anyone to understand. Oh, that this is one condition. Okay. Or maybe you have something like that, okay, this is one condition. Keep this in bracket. I'll give you some assignments today. That will be more easy. Any other question, guys? What we discussed so far?
One question I have that when you apply a distinct, suppose in this scenario, on the salary column, it will going to fetch the unique values.
Perfect.
It will going to fetch the unique. Now, suppose the unique value getting 100. So can we know that 100 is coming from which row? From the back end? I mean, just because there are so many rows are there which contains 100.
It is coming. No. That you cannot come to know that from which it is coming. I got your point. You are telling that, Tanvir, suppose if I applied distinct salary there, and that salary is coming from A, F, G, and this. So which one it is taking? SQL engine is fetching that from which one? That you cannot come to know. Okay. For that, you have to use the concept of row ID, and then you have to give that row ID as a filter. That is something like it will come on the analytic functions. But here, that is a random value because you are not bothered. You are telling that I just want the salary information. Okay, that way it will not tell that from which employee that salary information it is giving you. Okay.
Okay, I got it.
Any other question? No questions. Okay.
No.
So I'm assuming that you all have understood. There are two concepts. No study, no confusion. More study, more confusion. So what I should understand? You have understood everything, and that's why there is no confusion, or still things are a bit confusing, and you're not sure. Anything you want me to repeat?
I think we need to practice it something practically, then only we'll understand because we have to apply, right? So I think we are expecting the assignments from that. Yeah, you will be getting a lot of questions, I think, in our next class, Tanvir.
Sure. Fine. So I will stop here, guys. Okay. So I will share the assignment with you. Please work on the assignments and go to the recordings again and share the assignment as a format what I have mentioned you. And we'll meet again on next week, Saturday, same time. But Monday to Friday, keep on revising these concepts. Otherwise, maybe like you can forget it. Okay. So any feedback, negative feedback, no positive, negative feedback, anyone? Content, speed, hands-on, anything? Am I going too fast? I'm going too slow? Or the content you want some more examples or interactive session? Are you not bothered with the questions what I'm asking? Is it because in one batch someone has told that you are asking a lot of questions? So is that fine?
Yes, it is fine.
Okay, perfect then.
Yes.
Okay then, fine. Thank you guys. If any question, you can connect with me. Fine. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Okay,
Thank
man.
you. See you
Thank
next
you,
time.
Ranveer. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.